I think it's best you don't look at this on Twitter, but there's been a heavy debate on the women's side. But I'm gonna say be public about this on the podcast right now.
Okay.
I want Liv Morgan to win the Royal Rumble. So let me tell you why.
Okay.
So there's this whole story going. There is a backstory to this. So she has been feuding with Rhea Ripley for like the whole past year. Like they had this whole tag team. That's called Live for Brutality. They was kind of a makeshift tag team though. But I think a couple weeks after WrestleMania last year, Rhea betrayed her to join the Judgment Day, and then while Liv necessarily couldn't beat her other than being the last person to pin Rhea Ripley, but still she's kind of had a little bit more success than Rhea. She won Money in the Bank, and then became the SmackDown Women's Champion. But then Rhea won the Royal Rumble, and then went on to win that title too. So it kind of counteracts each other. And then she went on to again cross paths again just a month ago when they were setting up that feud with Raquel Rodriguez, and then I think it was like Rhea like kind of cost Raquel and Liv the tag team titles, and then Liv attacked her later on that night, and then the next week Rhea took her out. Rhea wrote her off TV because she had to go deal with that injury. So it all depends on when Liv Morgan does come back from that injury, how severe that is, because I think that's the only thing that kind of holding me off on that pick, kind of holding off on that pipe dream, to be honest with you. But I do think though that the story's there. She kind of has to finish that story. I don't think that's something that WWE, for as big of a nose that Triple H has, or maybe even Vince, whoever is in charge of creative, I don't think this is a story that you should ignore. I think, Liv Morgan also was the last person with Rhea Ripley in that Royal Rumble. The only reason that Rhea was able to eliminate Liv was because of Asuka spraying that mist on her. So I think, I remember. So I do think that, if Liv Morgan is going to be back come Royal Rumble time, I think that's the perfect place for her to return. If she's healed up earlier than that, I think you should be able to hold her off by then. Have her stay a little bit longer on the sidelines, then prep her up for the Royal Rumble, and then have her go to distance and win the damn thing. And then, let her wait a couple of weeks, tease whoever she's going to face at WrestleMania, then strike when the iron's hot. Go after the person that took you out, and that's Rhea Ripley. So before we get into the next topic, I want to also tell you why you should stay away from this discourse on Twitter about the Women's Royal Rumble winner. Because people have been talking about Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch as the potential Women's World Title match.
No.
That's why people have been saying, like, Becky Lynch should win the Royal Rumble instead.
No.
So I want to get your thoughts on that.
She already won the Royal Rumble. Oh, no. Oh, my. Okay, here we go. Okay, I got to sit down for this one. Okay. Holy smokes. Okay. Becky Lynch already won the Royal Rumble, so what's the point? I know they already started teasing it like back then before Rhea Ripley was champion, that they were, gonna have this feud and all that, and I was not behind it at all because we already know who's gonna win, and that's of course Becky Lynch, unfortunately. Don't get me wrong, I like Becky Lynch, but it's that she's already, had her moment, to shine, to win the championships and all that, and I'm happy for about that, for that. And I just think it's better if they give the spotlight to new up and coming women wrestlers. Like of course Liv Morgan, let her have her moment at WrestleMania where she faces Rhea Ripley. That I would actually get behind on more than Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. And I know Liv already won the championship, but I want her to have a proper, legit run where she actually can hold her ground, you know? And
Yeah.
that, I agree with you. I really want that to happen if Rhea Ripley is going to drop, the title to Liv, which I have a feeling if they went down that route, she would, then give it to Liv.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the best route that they can take. I mean, Becky Lynch versus Rhea. I mean, I have my disagreements about it, but I can understand why WWE wants to go that route because it's two big names finally going at it. But as you said, it's like, and I also said this on my own opinions on this as well on Twitter. It's like, what's the point of this match happening? How does this benefit anyone? And then some of the counter arguments I've seen, it's like, they have 7 months to build a story towards this match. So you're basically gonna make up a reason for this match to happen. So that's what people are telling people that don't. These are just basically people that either really want this match to happen or just don't want Liv Morgan to get that spotlight, or maybe someone else. They just want Rhea versus Becky. I don't know. What do you think?
I just want Liv versus Rhea. That will be a lot better since they used to be tag team partners and Rhea Ripley betrayed her. That's a story right there. Liv could say like she's held that grudge ever since she's been put on the shelf and she's coming for that title no matter what. Like there you have something going. Let them cook, let that stew brew, and let's see what happens. Like literally, like that is perfect.
Since we're not gonna put her in the women's world title match for actual valid reasons, I mean because it's WWE, because they need to put the man on the card. I mean they have to I'm just trying to help them out here and like see where they can put her on. What kind of match they can put her in. It's like damn.
Yeah, I have no idea. Like I know that they're going to have Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley, even though my memory has been horrible. Did it happen already?
It did happen in NXT, but it was a no contest like back in 2019 when they're building up Survivor Series. But people want it to happen for real at WrestleMania. But not to further sidetrack from like what Becky Lynch could actually do is, they want it to happen at WrestleMania because it would be like a first actual match. So that's why. But
I know that they're gonna definitely do that. But I really want Rhea versus Liv. You're right.
Yeah, but it's like you have to think of like what they have to do for Becky as well. And I'm trying to think like what they can do with her. It's like you can't just shove her into like some random tag team match, or like you can't have the feud again with Trish Stratus, which has been awful, or another legend. So I guess the best feasible thing is maybe against someone from NXT, or maybe some main roster star that can use the rub on her. Like the only
Nikita Lyons, maybe.
Huh? Nikita Lyons. If she's healthy, if she's fully healthy to go, if she can be built up by that point, or maybe Tiffany Stratton, like the NXT Women's Champion, or Raquel Rodriguez, someone that can use the rub on the main roster. I don't know. It's still a long ways out to WrestleMania. Still a long ways out to the Royal Rumble. Yeah, but we just don't know.